us in. If you wanna hop into the foundry there.
Yeah. Load that in real quick. Just got to. It's loading.
Yeah, no worries. In the meantime, I will catch you up on basically what happened from like your perspective since you were last here. So you the very last thing that you probably did was curl up beside Wilhelmina and go to sleep. After that,
I love holding her mom.
yeah. I think, I think I've given both of your characters so far. I've had like kind of nice mum characters. But yes, so when you awoke later that day or in the morning, whatever it might have been, Wilhelmina was no longer there. Instead, you find clutched in your hand a small totem. It bears a magical essence to it, and is kind of shaped in like a tiki totem kind of depiction of a bear. As you kind of clasp it in your hands, you get a sense of Wilhelmina coming from the totem. You're aware that should you keep this with you, Wilhelmina will protect you. From there, we got onto the ship and continued up round the corner and up the river. There was a big thing about a bridge collapsing. So that was, a bridge collapse that was built by kobolds. I'll let the others do like the main recap stuff, but for that, let's say you were I don't know, passed out, still asleep, something like that. And then most recently we arrive at the town of Frostholm. So I will bring us here. This tonight.
So did we ultimately decide not to buy last time?
Sorry, say again?
Did we ultimately decide not to pursue on buy this time? Or are we on the...
Oh no, why are we breaking up already? Let's see. Can you hear me okay? Alright, okay. For some reason my internet disconnected completely there, which is very frustrating to do right at the start. Bah, humbug. Right. Sorry. Let's try again.
Are we doing the Ronkin Vial that we had heard about? Or are we heading to a different location?
You are doing both. So you're heading towards the Devil's Gambit as part of your current kind of direction, but on the way you are going to be going through a Tannoy camp at some point, which is where Sigurd was told to go all the way back in Oskammer when he was talking to the Heroes Guild or the Adventurers Guild. Oh, another final thing, which is very important, actually, now that I think about it, is the volcano erupted black smoke very, very recently. I think that was the same session as the bridge. So, and the party have encountered more possessed and kind of different variants of the possessed since.
Like that.
So it wasn't quite. It wasn't a volcanic, or sorry, like lava eruption. It was just billowing kind of black smoke, which is reminiscent of the black smoke that the possessed have come out of their mouths. Anyway, right. So we say goodbye to the Stormbreaker, and the ship sets sail off into the distance, and because you've pretty much reached your destination, the Stormbreaker can't really bring you any further inland. So with that, the party take rest, and you realize that you recognize very specifically where you are. And this is where we're going to kind of split ways, and Kassan is going to, for whatever reason, I'll let you make the justification for it, but Kassan will be leaving in the night by himself. This is the
time. I think that he thinks to himself about Wilhelmina and about Caliban. He thinks about all these people in his lives that him being around has endangered. And so for a moment he considers whether or not staying with the group itself is just going to go and endanger others. After all, none of the others are really extraplanar in nature, but he is a fiend. And they're all now afflicted with a fiendish curse. Correlation or causation? Who can say?
Interesting. As you sit awake at night and the rest of the party fall asleep, and you have this kind of conflicting thoughts, you recognize the sky, the stars above, right? The constellations and the star map, and you kind of get a general gist for where you are. The town just to the north, Frostholm, is where you met the rank and file defector that time, and he led you just southeast of here to their cave.
I think Sean thinks about this cave, thinks about this abyssal curse, and how the rank and file defector was unable to save themselves, and he kind of wonders if perhaps there's more he can learn about the curse from the cave. The vial saw this coming, while it caught everyone else unaware.
Perfect. All right. So, retracing your steps from so long ago now, although, while it's months for everybody else, a good portion of that time was skipped for you. In the blink of an eye, 3 months passed, so this is like, feels more like a week ago to you, and you can retrace your steps with ease as you make your way back toward the cave. Heading through the snow and up some craggy rocks, through the trees, you see a small hole in the base of the mountain. Thick brush surrounds it and almost hides it at this point. And the last time you were here, there was an unmistakable flicker of flame deep within the cave. This time, the cave is only noticeable as it's darker than the rest of the scenery around it. Wilderness. I think it's this. Activates. Arriving in the cave, it's much darker than the last time you were here. You see bodies strewn about, rags of rank and vile clothing still barely hanging on to the skeletons. But in the center of the room, there is something completely different for the last time you set foot here. The cold air from outside is pulled out of your lungs and replaced with a stinging, sulphury, hot air as you descend farther and farther. You see in the center a large magic circle. It's fiendish energy, completely unmistakable. Something very familiar about this particular energy. And Bonnie Bone Gums leans over your shoulder and says,
"Don't touch it."
I take it you've made that mistake before.
Something like this.
Well, I still wish to investigate. Hope you don't mind a little bit of a change in perspective, Son says, and he wants to, in order to get. I don't know
Sorry.
if there is like a proper.
sorry, pause just
I don't
for
know
a
if there is
moment
like a
there.
proper.
Right, I need to, let's see, I'll be back in just a minute. Diagnose. Okay.
See again? Yeah, mine seems to be fine. Maybe it will help when Vicky's gone.
Alright, I am so sorry. This just, I hope the internet doesn't get worse. Alright, yeah. Tell me what you were doing just now.
So Kasan wild shapes into a gecko to
Oh,
gain the climbing speed to crawl around the wall. There's not like a proper gecko, but I mean, it's got to be a CR0 creature with the correct climb speed.
yeah. I mean,
Technically, choose, but that's a little silly.
yeah. I mean, like for the sake of it, we'll just say it's like spider matter. Gecko is a-okay. All right, so you begin to climb around the wall, avoiding contact with the sigil in the center of the room. As you get closer, I need you to make me a wisdom save, please. Awesome. All right. Okay. So you feel a pull towards the circle. You're not entirely sure if it was a physical pull or merely a completely mental thing, but you feel your body kind of like pulling towards it regardless. And with that, you manage to hold on to the wall with all of your might and avoid dropping towards the sigil. From the wall, you've got a very good perspective of it, or perhaps from the ceiling, giving you a much better view of the whole thing.
Remarkable craftsmanship. If only it wasn't so macabre.
Could you give me a religion check, please?
Yeah. I believe a 10.
Okay, you. Let's have a looky. All right. And you do know Infernal, yes?
I should. I'm a hag. Night hag. I would hope I do. Let me check. Infernal, yes.
Okay. So, examining the sigil, you see with a fairly rudimentary understanding of what many of the symbols mean, you see is not so much a summoning circle, but a like an attracting symbol, like pulling demons towards it rather than summoning them in the spot. You do see a specific word, specific name in the symbols that burns the back of your neck with a searing recognition. A name, or rather the name, is Zazran.
Interesting. An infernal, or rather, an abyssal ant trap. And here I am, hosting the ant. Hello, Zazra. It's nice to meet you. Can you hear me? Or will you remain the silent type throughout our unwilling adventures? Son is used to having to, psychically talk with Bonnie Bone Gums. It's a different type of possession, but he is curious if he can reach out to Zazran in a similar manner.
Interesting. Would you like to use your infernal mark? You should have 2 buttons at the bottom now. One for your telepathy. All right. Using your telepathy, you speak to Zazran. You feel, as per the message spell, that it was received. A short.
The weak, silent type.
A short does follow before Bonnie. You feel Bonnie's nails digging deep into your skin as she says,
Why don't you just invite him to take you next time? Now he knows where you are.
True, but with Zazran's own blessings, I can loop in my comrades at a moment's notice.
Outsmart the demon? Well, of course, you are a devil.
It's what we do best.
I'm beginning to like you, get on, my boy.
as you look over the room, you see a collection of papers, mostly destroyed, sitting at the edge of the room. You may I'll move your guy over, and you should be able to open that up and take what's in it.
Let's see what it is. Inventory. Yes, a parted note from the Wild Cats. Interesting.
See.
I always figured that the vial had some sort of connection with night hags. That translocation abilities and our own are two. Don't particularly like being called property, though.
No.
Any luck that killed it.
Well, at least we know what's happening now. Hey, plus they want you alive.
Indeed. As well as a celestial cage. Thon kind of thinks for a second. Enna. Our powers do have a certain similarity between them. The cage is also a person. Perhaps it's Enna.
Never did like her. She knew she were a traitor. Maybe we should kill her. Never had elf. Delicious.
I have a feeling you just don't like anyone who works in customer service, do you? You seem like the type.
Well, they do call me Karen Bone Gums for a reason. Or is it Bobby?
That's it. This
Don is going to still in his lizard in his gecko form, and now with this information, he's gonna think about maybe it's time to head back to the rest of the group. Send out a quick infernal telepathy to them. I have information about myself and perhaps Enna. Where are all?
perfect.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, well under 25 words.
And while we have Sigurd here, everybody receives the message, but you may be the one to to respond. So, Sigurd, this is while you and the group are in the basement of the temple.
Oh shit. I had 20 fund.
I mean, approximately,
Yeah.
yeah. If we go like a word or
Okay.
two over, I'm not a stickler, so long as it's not like a paragraph.
Okay, so I don't know where Kassan is. So,
So you got a message
nice
from.
to hear from you.
You waste all your words on like pleasantries.
No. No. I'm counting. I have 25, right?
Uh-huh.
We are at shit. What's the town called? Where are
Frostholme.
my notes?
So many words.
We are. It was only. Yeah, we crossed home. Just got off the boat.
Oh, he did all of that bit with you. So
Strange. Strange town covered in darkness. I had 6 words left.
and you're in the temple.
In temple basement, dealing with stuff. That's 25.
Perfect. All right. So, with that, we will send Kasson back. Kasson, as you make your way back out of the cave, you hear the sound of something. Make me a perception check.
Oh no, perception. I sure hope that I roll well.
Plus 8, I didn't realize. Right, okay.
Only 16.
Alrighty, Rui. So on your way out, you realize that you hear they are running, and they are getting farther away from you. So with a 16, you realize that the footsteps were close enough at the start to be someone who might have been watching and witnessed yourself in here. Heading out.
I am thinking about what kind of critter I know that is pretty fast. I'm thinking like a terror bird, maybe. I don't know if a terror bird is even in this game or if that's a Pathfinder exclusive.
Which is a dinosaur
Axbeak
bird?
is the other name for it.
Mm.
No, it's more like a cassowary, which is a real awful creature that kills people. Known to disembowel.
I know terror birds from
Cassowaries.
Ark. They were just, yeah. It was the only jump scare I had in that game. It was just, it came into my house. I was terrified.
Do
Other,
it.
I'm just gonna try to turn into something fast so I can chase after that creature.
sure thing, sure thing. I mean, like, I think cats and
I don't
cats
know.
might have a speed of 40, do they? Maybe
I
cats.
I don't know.
Yeah, speed of 40.
40. Yeah.
So, I mean, sprinting and something
think-
else sprinting, you're always going to catch up as so long as it doesn't have,
Yeah.
speed of 40.
80.
So I think you see this gecko suddenly shapeshift into ever so slightly larger a cat as it chases after the group. And also I would think cats are probably innately sneaky.
Oh, good point. I imagine so. They also have a
Um,
climb
they have
speed
a
of
plus
30.
They have a +4 in stealth.
Awesome.
Yeah. Like +4 in stealth, plus advantage in stealth because my tattoo activates.
There you
And it's
go.
no longer just counteracting my armor since a cat doesn't wear armor.
Awesome.
So I am zooming stealthily. I am an apex predator weighing a full 10 pounds.
While
I
Bonnie
am
Bone
obeying
Gums
to all-
rides on your hair, like, her really scraggly hair. I want to say blowing, but it's more like flopping in the wind. Alright, so you make your way out of the cave, and as you do so, with your 80 speed, with your sprinting, you manage to see what was running. You see a rank and file member running through the woods. They are very nimble, very quick. Something candlestick, and they are basically trying to make their way back to town. You are able to maintain speed with them, like you're able to catch up and maintain speed with them, or pass them by. Up to you which you would like to do, follow or lead.
I am going to go ahead and I'm gonna get ahead of them and climb on top of a building so I can get a better look and try to see where they're heading to.
Alrighty, Rui. Sure thing. So, heading up onto a building, you see the rank and file member arriving. Oh. There we are.
That's a lot of people.
He runs up through a crowd of civilians that are almost completely oblivious to the rank and file in town. To go as far as like almost bumping into them as they walk around them and things like that. The rank and file convene around this person that had just arrived, as he says,
Boy, have I got news for you.
he says,
The elite bishop will be happy with this. If we get that seal from the temple, we've also got Kasson.
and the rest of them start like muttering, and he says, "Tell you, stay out here. Keep an eye out." And they head in. This is a temple up here, then.
All right. Being the tiny cat that I am, I'm going to try to go to the basement. Obviously, to go and look for mice and not for, not for human-like reasons. Definitely acting like I'm looking for mice.
Sure. Of course. Alrighty, Roo. We will pause, see if we can't get Holly back, or we can resume in 15 minutes when Drum's back, when Drum's going to be on the phone. Since we're close enough as is. What do you think?
Sounds good. Holly said they might not be able to play today.
She did, but then she was in the chat.
Yeah, Holly jumped into chat.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I missed her.
Alrighty, Roo. Yeah, I'll put us on pause for now, and we will resume in 15 minutes. Alrighty, Roo.
I was so worried I was late. I didn't even wake up until like 15 minutes.
This stream is sponsored by Patreon Supporter Legends. Are you ready to embark on an adventure in the world of Corda Ren? Join us as we delve into the realm of fantasy and imagination, where heroes are forged and legends are born. With our exclusive Patreon tiers, you can become part of the action like never before. From the local hero tier to the esteemed Dastardly Dungeon Master tier, hiring adventurer. Unleash the power of iconic characters such as Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, Joker from DC, or even my favorite, Spampton from Deltarune, with our custom stat blocks and character options. Whether you're a seasoned veteran or a novice hero, there's always room for you in our expanding universe. Immerse yourself in a world of intrigue, danger, and magic as you embark on thrilling quests and daring escapades. Join forces with fellow patrons, battle fearsome foes, and claim your rightful place among the supporter legends. So what are you waiting for? Take the first step on your journey today. Visit our Patreon page and become a legend in your own right. Adventure awaits, hero. Will you?
Little bottles of Jack Daniels for $3.
The alcoholic calls to you while you are driving, Drum.
I'm about to say, I have
You know
enough
what would make
depression
driving so
without
much
more
more
depression.
D&D.
God would not have invented cars if he didn't want us
come
to
on,
drink while
dude.
driving them.
Don't D&D and drive.
Don't tell me I think I just got dicked over.
I can't wait for the road rage to suddenly come out when he's role-playing as Enna. He's sitting there like, he's like, oh, I think the start like, what the fuck are you doing, you dick?
No, but, like, pardon my French, but it's just, what the fuck are you doing, you wag stain? You me a twat?
No, I mean as an Enna, like you breaking character as Enna.
Oh, yeah.
Abuses somebody.
But no, this dude with, who would have guessed it, New York plates, was driving a fucking tractor trailer, just kind of stopped in the middle of the intersection.
You're so funny. You've got like 50 states over there. Just because you say the name of the state doesn't mean it makes it any better. I don't know what the fuck that's all about.
I know
Hold
exactly what
Hold
I
on.
know exactly what Enna is talking about.
That's like
Hold on, everybody. We're live.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
I wrote it.
What?
Okay.
Oh, I swear, by the starlight apparition, I hope you get hit by a wee meteorite.
Alrighty, Roo. Alright. So, Drum, are you like safe to like talk and drive at the moment? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm safe. I'm safe. It's just the other drivers that aren't.
Alright,
In all
okay.
seriousness, though, I'm to like 10 minutes away from home.
Perfect. Alrighty, Roo. Let's get a recap then from Sigurd here.
Okay.
I know I was a bit confusing last week, so hopefully we can clear some stuff up this week.
Yeah. So last week, we kind of reconvened with Corda. We saw a couple of newborn kobolds come out, which is fun. Of the sigil, or the sigil, depending on who you ask. Then the sigil, and then we kept going down the river. Eventually, Stormbreaker dropped us off on the side toward the city of Frostholm. That's as far as he was going to take us, and so we camped out for I think a little bit, but then we headed in. Frostholm was on the other side of a bridge, and as we crossed the bridge into the town, it became nighttime. Just to double check, and I went back on the bridge. Yep, still daytime everywhere else. So we immediately were like, this is not good. So as we were kind of making our way to the city, I also forgot to mention that Sigurd had a strange dream.
Oh yeah,
you'll have to go back to last week's session to see what happened. But anyway, as we made our way into town, the rank and file was harassing. We think it might have been a cleric or a paladin or something. Sigurd wasn't very patient though, so Sigurd just threw a cleaver at one of their heads, and they died. And then the guy was like, man, forget this, and he just smote the other two into dust. And then he went back up to I think he just went up to the temple. As he explored around the town, most of the people were kind of in their own loops, not really responsive. I will say, like, looking back on it, we fumbled a little bit more than I thought. But so eventually we made our way to the temple. We had a kind of chat with the
Kind of chat.
a kind of chat. He was kind of talking with us for a brief moment before
he was somewhat delirious, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was somewhat delirious. Although he did serve us real cookies, even though they were old, which, you know, props to him.
Yeah, the
multiple times.
Yeah, the whole town has like a very the whole town has like a weird sort of delirium going about it, where everybody's kind of everybody there is not quite there, you know?
Right. And
we
so
thought that paladin guy was gonna be there, but he wasn't. He was also just not there.
Yeah, but so he went down into the basement, and so because he totally forgot we were even there, and so we followed him down there, and I don't remember. You're gonna have to jog my memory. I remember there was like a symbol in the ground. Was he trying to like fix that, or was he praying to it, or what? What was going on with that? Because I don't see if like there wasn't on a map or anything. Yeah, like we never got to this point.
I also did not remember this point. Yeah, we never went this bit.
Yeah, I started to get a map nice and ready.
Oh, okay.
For
Help
us.
with the visual aids. That makes a lot of sense.
So, yeah, let's. I
think I hit all the important bits.
You did indeed.
Definitely.
So,
Great.
our dwarvish friend here is basically prone on the ground, kind of shuffling around and like etching over the top of these symbols, like basically adding like 1 or 2 millimeters to the grooves of each one, essentially further cementing them, like carving them into the stone.
Oh, that's right. You mentioned his mentor did something to the town before he disappeared.
Yes, he did. The particular thing that his mentor did was basically do this ritual that put the town into what appears to be like an everlasting night. The mentor was then chased out of town years ago after doing this for the first time, and the town was corrected way back then.
Corrected.
I.e.
I remember something else important that Sigurd forgot to mention.
So I'll continue with this super quick, and then you can remind me of what that is.
Yeah, go for it.
So years ago, when the mentor was chased out of town, the eternal night thing was turned off, and the town was free from that because the townsfolk were like, "What is this madman doing to our town?" So they chased him out, and then this paladin realized that the madman wasn't mad after all. Whenever the volcano erupted and people began to become possessed, he chose to reactivate his mentor's ritual, and that is what we are looking at here. As you gather your thoughts and like try to determine what you want to do next, I want a perception check, please.
For me, please. I'm like 3 minutes away from my PC.
Perception. That's very good rolls for me and Sigurd.
Sigurd sometimes just hits the money.
It's a 19.
Related, I have advantage as a small tabby cat.
We have 2 nat 20s.
Fucking hell.
Otherwise, I got an 11.
Alrighty, Roo. So, what I'll do is move.
Is it stinky?
Boop, 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 boop.
You just see this little cat come in. It's like, oh,
Uh,
hello.
so,
Kasson pops away. Oh.
I wanna play with the cat.
You just turn into queso. Just
You pet his head, and all of a sudden Kasson pops out of the cat, and you're still petting Kasson's head.
yeah.
No.
So,
meow.
Kasson. Actually,
Just hold on
everybody.
to
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
Sorry. Everybody sees to begin with. While the dwarvish cleric is kind of down on his hands and knees and like carving this stuff into the stone, you can see the back of his neck. You see a mark on the back of him, but you also see like what looks like scarring around it. Just like a lot of scar tissue is built up around that mark. Because Kasson, I'll say Kasson yeah, pretty much everybody again got over 20 except for Anna there, who got a
I only
19.
got over a 20 if it's scent related. Otherwise, I got an 11.
Oh, scent related?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, right.
Cats are good at smelling much else.
In that case, Corda and Sigurd only managed to see that the scar tissue continues down his back, but you can't see any of it because of his armor. You can just see the the beginning of it, like traveling down, but you can't see the scar tissue. But
Corda hushes her voice and then start basically direct. Kasson is Kasson right now. Yeah, he's not a cat.
Is he a cat or is he Kasson?
That's
very important.
That's up to him.
Kasson, are you a cat?
I think Hassan is probably still a cat.
Right, okay. So, Corda, right now, she probably just thinks that this is the dude's cat. Like, they're just walking into the fucking room. She doesn't know this is Kasson.
Yeah, neither does Sigurd, so Sigurd's just petting the cat. He saw the tissue, but he's still just petting the cat as he's, cautious about the other dude.
So, to Enna and Sigurd, I know Drum's not here right now, but we'll reiterate to Drum.
Yeah.
But to Enna and Sigurd, Kasson, hushes her voice and points towards the back of his neck, you see that on the back of his neck? Do you think...
Oh, I see it.
Do you think he tried cutting off the mark?
I imagine if you were going to cut off the mark, you'd just cut a circle around it or something, not necessarily slash down the body.
Think we should ask him about it?
Do you think he's going to respond like normal person, or do you think he's going to, attack back?
He's not been normal. Yeah, he's not been normal the entire time we've been speaking to him. So there might be a chance.
I mean, we know he isn't retaliatory because I slammed him with the frying pan earlier.
On that case, so this guy's wearing plate armor, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, after
if
realizing
you want to try and grapple him,
yeah.
I can try and rip off the armor.
Oh, that's exactly what Corda was going to do. Corda was just going to rip off the back plate of his plate armor. And that's what I'm going to do now.
Go for it. I got your back.
Sure thing. I mean, Corda, you can roll me strength with advantage because Sigurd's going to help by holding the front, so you just don't throw the guy.
Right, yeah. So basically, the intent is to rip off the back plate and then any sort of gambeson that's underneath it to get a look at his back. If he, that's a 22.
Awesome. All right. So pulling the. A second. Yeah, pulling the plate armor. Sorry, my brain is so slow today. Pulling the plate armor off of his back, you lift him into the air slightly while doing so. His arms kind of scramble to get back down and continue etching this while he talks incoherently about cookies.
Just as he's getting lifted. Sorry, mate. There was a kobold on your back. Had to get rid of it, you know.
Do you want that cookie? As he
no, I'm all right.
Revealing his back, you see that he has not 1, not 10, not 100.
That escalated quickly. That escalated extremely quickly.
But so many, thousands maybe, of these taken marks all over his back that the sheer build-up of it has caused scar tissue. His whole back is like a really tough leather hide at this stage as he drops back to the floor and continues to scratch into the ground. You can hear a series of quick footsteps running above
If someone's coming in here, we can assume killing them is the best option, yeah?
Well, that depends.
Who else is gonna be running in
Like,
here in the rank and file? Because it's gotta be the whole town is just kind of zombies at this point. Where?
Son is gonna like look up at you all, go, climb up, and stick his head, like climb up the wall and stick his head out to see who's coming forward.
Fucking hell, even the cat's loopy as well.
I don't know. I kind of like this cat.
But this fucker. If this
What do I see with my special cat eyes that are not better than any other eyes?
Aren't they? Don't they have dark vision? They're already better than Sigurd's eyes because they have dark vision.
You do in fact see a rank and file member coming down the stairs with haste before slowing down and with his back against the wall of the staircase, now sidestepping his way closer as he rolls his stealth way too late.
I'm gonna go ahead and like hiss menacingly.
Well, cat says problem. I say we fuck him.
What?
I ready to just take a frying pan and just slam whatever the first creature I see that isn't like a party member or the cat.
Sure thing. All right.
I can make bread with it.
Bread with it. Bread. Sorry.
You're fine.
It's
All
alright.
Necessary. Always necessary.
Alrighty.
It's
Right.
What did I miss?
Okay, so to recap for Enna, this guy is weird. He is scribbling the sigils, like huge numbers of sigils on the ground. He's trying to basically like etch them into the stone.
He's
constantly
covered in
reinforcing.
the Hell-Taken tattoos all over his body, tough like
We-
leather at this point.
We noticed something weird on the back of his neck that extended down his back, so we ripped off his plate mail. He paid no attention because he's fucking weird. It turns out there is such a dense buildup of like marks of the Taken that it has formed a huge buildup of scarring all over his fucking back, and it's pretty disgusting. It's not very nice to look at.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And also,
I mean, this is D's world, so I would expect more of that.
blood and gore in D's. What in D's can't be? No.
Damn, I'm glad I grabbed a fucking hard Mountain Dew for this.
Anyway, also there's a dude who's not doing a great job at sneaking, and currently a frying pan is about to strike his forehead.
Yes. So
That's what I was gonna say. I remembered the fact that Sigurd hit our paladin friend here over the head with a frying pan.
Yeah,
now
I did bring that up.
now there's a member of the rank and file who's about to get a frying pan to the forehead.
So,
Well, they deserved it.
Cat is meowing angrily at him.
Yeah, the cat did hiss.
Is this like the cat from Alien that just starts hissing right before the xenomorph kill someone?
I mean, it looks like it actually.
I'm trying to be.
Hey, that's not very nice. Don't say that about Sigurd.
All right, Sigurd, make your roll.
Where is frying pan? Yay!
Microwave.
13.
13. Okay.
Can I get the help action as a cat?
No
Like
need. It
scared.
hits.
Awesome.
You like pounce at him?
It's like Pokemon. You just growl.
Oh wow.
Minimum damage.
I'm gonna
Okay.
go ahead and smite anyway. If I have, do I? Yeah, I do. I only
It
have
still
one.
cracks me up that your frying pan is a reskinned Warhammer.
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah.
that's half the fun. It takes
That's better.
17 damage.
17. Alrighty, Roo. Okay. That is him dead. Bop.
Wow.
Yeah, so you smack this guy upside the head just as he is coming down the stairs. slamming his head into the wall as he just collapses and rolls the last couple of steps downwards. You then...
Can I roll intimidation as I see the other ones coming up behind him?
You may.
What do you do? How do you
what
intimidate
if-
them?
How do I intimidate them? I just go, you see his head? No? That's because it's nothing but blood on the wall. That's gonna be you guys in a couple seconds. I only got a 10.
You got a 10.
Oh, wow.
I think that Hassan is going to unwild shape and just go, meow, that's right.
Okay, that's an inspiration.
It's more comedy. I'm just like, I immediately see some like, oh, how you doing?
Alright. I'm going to...
Oh my god. Dude, I got Swedish meatballs right now. These things are good.
delete.
Yeah.
Bring Kassan back as Kassan. There we are. Okay.
I'm assuming this paladin's not reacting to the intrusion whatsoever. Still...
Well, what we're about to do is roll initiative.
Okay.
So I'm going to get that up for you now.
Let's see if Enna rolls above an 8. You fuck you!
You got a
Same.
9. The universe was not. Oh, what is happening today?
We're getting the good rules out of our system first.
No, that's not good. That's a bad thing.
Yeah, so that we can roll like dog shit later.
So,
Yeah, so it's like life or death. I'm hanging on for dear life. Roll a strength check so you don't fall off the cliff. You got a nat 1. Well,
does anyone else notice it?
We're not going to comment
one?
on that because we don't see it in character.
Ah,
Yeah,
smart.
that's fair.
Go ahead, Anna,
Yeah.
your turn. Oh, wait, actually, did I press?
Well,
Sigurd's turn.
Funnily
You
enough,
say we
it's
don't see the
some
character
random
is
bullshit.
shut the rank and file and it looks
Sigurd's
vaguely
turn,
like
you're
a
right.
turkey.
He's just a big
Okay.
boy.
I love the Baldur's Gate inspired initiative screen up at the very top.
Oh, it's so
It
good.
Mm-hmm.
it is
One
so-
thing I actually learned about Baldur's Gate initiative is that Baldur's Gate does not use a D20 for initiative rolls. It uses a D4.
How the hell that works?
Interesting.
It uses D4 plus dexterity modifier, which is very strange.
Yeah, it is.
I'm just gonna run up to the next one and smack. 15.
15's a hit.
Awesome. I'm just gonna 13 damage on that one. Whichever one's in front.
13 damage. Right, I need to get my levels. There we are. Alrighty, Rui, you hurt him severely, but he is not dead.
Do I have? I don't know if the channel divinity is a bonus action. What? Is other one? No, it's an action, unfortunately. Alright. Then that's all for me, and I'm gonna click the top. There you go.
Awesome. Corda, you're up.
Right, okay, so this is a very narrow corridor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna...
You have a range. Wait. You have a ranged anchor, though, right?
I do have a ranged anchor, so I think I'll just use that. But also, walking at the
I'll
vision,
duck.
walking at the vision of the like the conga line of fucking rank and file that are coming down the stairs is pretty funny. Anyway, Corda readies her anchor and shouts "Duck!" to Sigurd as she launches the chain anchor.
Alrighty, right.
I forget which anchor I'm actually using because I have so many upgrades in my inventory.
Which anchor do I choose?
Oh, I'm so spoiled for choice. The sunken anchor is the one that I use. I forgot.
Your thing.
That's
Damn.
26 to hit. It's targeting the first one.
Alrighty, right. That is a hit.
He's dead.
The damage, that's 2d6 plus 2d6 plus 5.
And
8 damage.
8 damage.
Yep, she readies the anchor, shouts "duck" to Sigurd, and then launches it right. Assuming that guy's dead, yeah? Is that what you're about to say?
Yeah. You
the anchor like collides right in his chest, and he's just flattened up against the wall.
I did warn them.
I'm about to say just your anchor like throws him against the wall, but also knocks because they're in this conga line, as you say, knocks into the guy behind as well. So
Quick, somebody get a bowling pin sound effect. My God, strike!
all right. Anything else in your turn?
I'm going to move 2 steps here, and that is my turn.
Alrighty, Roo.
I'm holding the line.
That's not there yet. I'm so annoyed that I made that visible. I didn't mean to. Right, so
Made block visible. We're good players. We don't see it.
oh, good. Right, okay. What I'm gonna do is they're going to. Oh, he went into the pillar. Boop.
Oh, magic!
Oh, he snuck around.
So he is still within.
You bastard!
He's still within 5 feet of me, so
Yeah.
it doesn't provoke opportunity. Smart, because I was about to bonk him too.
There's a lot of the buggers.
There are. Right.
I just find it funny. Sigurd's like, I am blocking this path, and they just like crouch around him, and he's just like, what the fuck, guys?
So
Guys, I'm right here. Pay attention to me.
what I will say is, compared to the rank and file that you have encountered in the past, which hasn't been that often at this stage, but these guys are faster, more nimble than the others, than the like the knight and the bishop, more assassin types. But yeah,
Look at the big guy, little guy fight with us and Corda.
That's why they can't.
Do they have a symbol on their chest like the others, or no?
they do. They have pawns on their chests.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mm.
That's why there's so many.
Explains their low HP.
That just reminds me of like I just watched a short the other day that's like, why are you so sure that no one's coming? It's like, we're stormtroopers. We're expendable. So sad.
I don't know. Don't say that. It's never too early for a TPK. So these guys might be the fucking antagonist. These guys might be the main antagonist, the killers, that send us to hell.
It's the main character.
Uh-oh.
I mean, plot armor is crazy, but my party yesterday blew right through it, so.
Alrighty, Ruth. So, the first thing that we're gonna do here is damn, Sigurd's being an absolute pain right now. Okay.
I know! I love doing the tanking. It's my job.
Alright, so
Always has.
he's gonna move one out of your space there. So you got opportunity attack against one of them there.
Yay. Also, I'm just making sure that everyone else has it, or except for Kassan, because Kassan wasn't there when we were at camp. But everyone should still have 7 temporary HP.
Yep, I do.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay.
Oh, that's only a 10. Sigurd can't really turn around. These corridors are so thin.
Yeah, he's.
Alright, and Sigurd, the last thing you see, as you try to turn around to like attack the one that moved out of your peripheral, you see someone else coming down. They They wear the same sort of armor, or sorry, the same sort of cultist clothing. This one has a knight's helmet on and a little picture of a horse on his chest.
Oh, isn't that the one that teleports?
I think so.
They disappear and reappear. Never was able to find out if it's teleportation or invisibility.
Fair enough.
Alright, so, right now for my attacks and stuff. So, first thing is Enna is going to be attacked. First, that's a 13. I don't know if that hits.
I don't think it does. I forget where my AC is. Wait, what the hell happened to my tattoo?
Wait, what?
My armor class should be 15 plus my dex. So yeah, my thing should be 16, but it says my armor class is 11. Hold on, I'm gonna see why the tattoo isn't working.
My AC is 16, but it says 14 on the sheet. But that's okay.
Yeah, something might have happened.
So long as y'all know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's 16.
Cool. Alright, so that is okay. Next one is going to attack Kassan. But goes in with the hilt instead as the knight from the staircase shouts,
No, we need him alive.
and that is going to be 20. Oh, not 20.
Damn.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
I think this is a good time to remind everyone that I have a Nowhere brand tattoo.
A
And
what?
Hassan begins to cast shield, but as he sees the weapon begin to break through the magic, he converts it over to his Nowhere brand Shadow Defense. When I take damage, I can use my reaction to become insubstantial for a movement, halving the damage. I can
Oh,
only do this once per day.
awesome.
I
Very
think that's the
good.
first time you used it.
When did that
Yeah,
become a
Most
thing?
people can't actually land a hit on me.
It's cool, I like that.
Yeah, I mostly use the tattoo for the getting rid of my stealth disadvantage, but it is a nice little bonus perk. So I'll take half damage of what you roll, D.
Sure
Can't
thing.
find a way to press the button for it, but
That is okay. That is that's going to be 7 then.
alrighty.
Dang, you didn't get the sandwich.
Yeah.
Make it up with a better one later.
Then the cultist in the front, who can actually, now that Sigurd isn't a problem for him, move here because he's still within 5 foot of both Enna and Kassan. And he raises his sword, and as you think he is about to attack the dwarf on the ground, he instead thrusts his sword down into the sigils, into the markings on the ground. You see a crack of white light flash like lightning from the sigil that he fractures, and you then, well, actually, let me see how good his roll is. Yeah. You see the cracks beginning to spread outwards. The dwarf then turns around. He has the angriest, most genuine kind of emotion on his face that you've seen
Never
since you've
stopped
met him.
before.
As he says, I knew you were with the rank and file.
Oh my god. We're fighting the rank and file, you old man!
Don't you say they just took a swipe at us?
Do you want their cookie?
I just bashed the guy's head in!
Alrighty.
This cunt gets crazier by the second.
I was genuinely considering getting over his fear of fire just to burn the temple down.
Oh, that's something I didn't realize.
Alright. What, he had a fear of fire?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Probably since his dad.
That makes sense.
Out of character, I have always hated fire because every time it's ever been used, it usually ends in disaster for the game.
Anytime I've ever played D&D at least.
Understandable.
Flashback to the explosion in that one in our previous campaign.
Yeah.
The methane gas.
Alright,
Mhm.
that is everything for that turn. So,
Alright.
Plains, you're up.
Alrighty, Son is going to go ahead. Pull out his star map. And being kind of stuck in melee right here, does not really appreciate it. So, Misty Step.
Hey!
That is
It
cool.
worked. I love it when it works.
And these guys have some fiendish influence going on, so we'll go with good old-fashioned cold damage. I need a DC 14 Constitution saving throw from the guy trying to mess up the mural.
Awesome. Mural's a better word for the thing on the floor. Right,
Otherwise it takes 2 cold damage, and will have disadvantage on his next weapon attack.
14 con. Saving throw, normal. 3. So, tell me. Let's go through that again. So, what damage are you doing? 2.
Son shoots a bolt of ice into the man's hand, loosening his grip on the sword.
Ooh.
He takes 2 points of cold damage, and his next weapon attack will have disadvantage.
Perfect. Awesome. Okay. Anything else in your turn?
I'm afraid that is all, so I will press the forward button.
Awesome. Love how everybody's getting used to the carousel at the top now. It's good.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and start out with a quicken spell casting of Bless. As always, this is why I hate the fact they always go last. So, all 3 of you have the D4 now, and then for my action, we shall do a twinned spell casting of Poison Spray on the 2 next to me. So, DC 13 con save, or else they take
You're just
9 poison damage, and they're both poisoned until the end of their next turn.
Okay, what happens if they succeed? Saving throw. They both succeed. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. It made sense to me just because it was a con save and not an attack roll.
Yeah, I mean, like I was rooting for you there because you just got a 3 on the con save against Jason, so. But yeah, that was a 14 and a 17. So.
Alright, nothing happens then.
Cool. Let's say because it's poison, you see these masks over their faces, and basically block most of the poison, preventing it from actually doing any damage there. Second.
Yep. Plus, I really don't have any close
Do
range
I
spells,
still
anyways.
see the guy in front of me?
Yes. Damn it! I meant to make him attack you. Whatever. Your turn.
He was the one that shouted, "Don't hurt the hag."
Yeah.
Yeah. Where actually? Hold on. Where's not that one? For a minute. Why does that take an action? I guess it's more important, but I'm gonna smack him.
D4.
Yeah. Oh, right, D4. I always forget because it doesn't add it automatically. 12.
12 does not hit. We just.
So I think that means their AC is 13.
Well, I mean, he's the knight, so he might have more.
Oh, I didn't realize it was the knight. I thought it was the other pawns.
Yeah, he's got a helmet. I mean, like 17 billion AC.
I can't see up the stairs, so I don't know.
And then, I want to. No, I'm just gonna end my turn. I always want to use other spells, but then I'm like, it's not like worth the spell slot.
I get that.
Waste not, want not, dog. Come on, fucking fuck around and find out.
Alrighty, Ruth. So, Corda.
Mm-hmm. Yeah?
Your turn.
Oh, but you just said my name? Okay. I thought you were gonna say something else. Rightio, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna charge this motherfucker. I'm gonna like shoulder tackle him right up against this statue. That would probably be an unarmed strike, so go. How do you do the whole like you go to like oh there we go. I'm gonna put myself like here, because that's like fucking tackling him, I guess. Unarmed strike. It's an unarmed strike +1, so that's a 1d20 +7, because I like to be difficult when it comes to my rolls.
Also +4.
23.
I don't think she needs it, but sure, let's see.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
you
that's
don't
a
need it, but
It'd be funny because large number go boom.
large
24.
number go boom.
Okay, so yeah, so the intent is to like charge with him into the statue. If that does anything different as well.
Sure thing. Alright.
1d4 +5 to the attack damage. So he takes 9 damage from Corda's like attack.
Awesome. Alright. 9 damage. And then let's. What I'll say, right, is that you did your 9 damage, but you realize that you're charging towards him may have worked if you had a bigger run up.
So in all effect, it was just a big punch.
Yeah, big punch. Yeah, he
I'll put myself here then.
does collide with the statue, but doesn't go down this turn.
But it does move him away from the sword. Yeah.
When I make a grapple, also is this guy that I'm charging. When I make a grapple,
Right.
Can I roll in the same turn or no?
Good question. I mean, typically, no.
Okay. This is going to be a bonus. This is going to be a Tavern Brawler's bonus action grapple.
Oh, if it's a bonus action grapple, then yes, you can throw. Because
Okay.
I was going to say if your grapple's an action, and then throwing would be an action, then it wouldn't. But bonus action grapple's cool.
Even if I've used my action on the punch?
Oh, good point. Da-da-da-da-da.
Gotta love Tavern Brawler.
I'll let you throw him. Sure, I'll let you throw him. Yep.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So I always forget what the fuck the grapple rules are.
You roll strength, and they get to roll either. So you roll athletics technically, but
Oh, athletics. Okay. Add a. So that's an 18 then. That's an 18.
18 versus their
Pretty hard to beat.
acrobatics 4. So you successfully grapple. Do you want to point to where you're throwing them?
I'm throwing him at the other dude.
Alright.
I love it.
Okay, they collide together and bounce them over there.
Thanks, Corda.
What I'll do is, rather than them taking damage because of your, you've already made an attack roll and stuff, I will have him prone, though.
Oh,
That
no.
barmaid still owes me a drink. You stand back.
Oh, shit, forgot about that.
And that's my turn. So yeah.
Sigurd's just like, how do you forget about that?
Sigurd, a lot happened in the past few hours.
Alrighty, right. So,
Don't worry, I'll remind you when it's all over.
so I'm going to have him move. It's not his turn. Okay. So as all of these sigils in the mural start to glow and crack, you see the symbols on the guy, the dwarf on the floor. You see all of the marks on his back beginning to sizzle and light up one by one, with increasing speed as the marks on the floor continue to erode. Next, these guys. So the mural destroyer, he's got disadvantage. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, the Mural Destroyer has disadvantage on his next attack.
Awesome. Disadvantage. Okay, so he with his hands almost frozen, with arthritis at this point from the sheer cold, he grips the sword now with both hands while slamming it down again into the mural. And it expedites and speeds up this cracking process. Do you remember last time, those of you who were here, when Sigurd attacked the dwarf with radiant damage? It made him kind of undulate and bloat before going back down.
That.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
Uh-oh.
All right.
That's not good.
Undulate is a weird word.
It is.
We're gonna die.
All right. We got 2 here to attack on. So that's 22 to hit and a 17 to hit. So that's 2 hits, I believe, on you. Yeah.
Who are you attacking?
Corda.
Okay.
I'd like to see them try.
They just did, and they both
They
hit.
just did.
Whoops.
Okay, so that is a 7. Oh, I'll just press apply to that, and then the other one is another 7. All right. So you, they both basically shiv you with their swords. As you're so much bigger than them, their sword, you're not even in giant form yet, but you're so big that their swords kind of look like daggers to you, so it's shiving.
Average Dutch person visiting London.
Alright, next up We have the one on the staircase who is going to attack Sigurd. With a... Oh, I thought that was a nat 20. 26
That's what it would
to
take
hit.
to hit me. Oh, never mind. 26 hits.
Alright. So he, like, quite calmly, just, like, unsheathes his sword, and in the same movement, like, it goes from slow to fast as he unsheathes the sword, and then just swipes it upwards towards, your face. Dealing... 10.
Ugh.
10 damage.
Thank God I had the frickin'
Bye bye, 10 HP.
temp HP, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That tanked most of that.
Alrighty, Rue. Up next is... Kasson.
Alright. Son is going to just drop a moonbeam on these two guys. So,
Awesome.
when a creature enters the spell's area for the first time or starts its turn there, it's engulfed in white flames and must make a con saving throw to avoid damage.
Alright.
I'll go ahead and roll the damage for the first round. Only 4 damage, of course.
Okie doke. That is... okay. I'll make that roll round on their turn then. Anything else?
Beyond that, he doesn't really have any bonus action since he spent both of his wild shapes in his adventure. So he is going to run over here, protect his concentration,
Perfect.
and then end his turn.
Enna,
Alright.
from your perspective, you see the dwarf on the floor trying to, like, etch into the floor still, but his back is beginning to, like, undulate with, like, almost massive, like, boil-shaped protrusions from his back as he continues to mutter about incoherent things and says that, but, like, he does have, like, a few moments of clarity where he says, the mural!
Yeah.
The mural can't be destroyed!
I guess deciding my course of action, would prestidigitation help preserve it at all? Or because that's kind of like just drawing and not actually etching, would it not do much?
No, I wouldn't do much.
Okay. All I can really think of is to get this guy to stop destroying it, but again, I don't have any, like, melee spells. It's all ranged stuff except for poison spray. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is just wind up bonking him with my dad's cane.
Yes! The cane!
However, because of this, that attack roll actually gets a +1.
Ooh.
Since the way you're rolling it, we can basically tack on stuff.
Yeah.
So, and I'm also going to be using both hands, that way I can get the d8 of damage if I hit. So, that should be... Wait a second. Is a staff not dex? Because I'm getting a -1 to that.
I don't think a staff is...
No. What's versatile? Versatile is one or two
Versatile
hands.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We'll just go with what the system's saying there. Then if it must be
Okay.
must be strength.
Yeah, because if I pull out that, oh no, I still get a. I'm surprised about that. I would have expected a quarterstaff to be dex and not strength. I guess at that point it's actually not a good idea because that cancels. No, screw it. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna stick with what I said. Two-handed. I'm bonking him with my dad's staff.
Perfect. All right. I'm sorry.
Are you though?
I mean, I'm a little bit.
17.
To hit?
Yep.
Yeah, because I used my favorite by the gods.
You smart person.
D had to hold back his tongue.
He held that tongue for a solid full second. It's always great when the DM has that mentality of me versus them.
All right. Okay. Yeah, that's a hit. That's a hit.
Okay, so versatile.
Okay.
Why -1? I'm confused about that. Anyways.
All right. He gets a solid bonk. Definitely gonna have a headache. Yep. I'm just glad you didn't kill him, so thanks. Okay.
Hold on, I still have my bonus action, you. Corda, how you looking on health?
Corda is A-okay.
What about you, Sigurd?
I have plenty of HP left.
Okay.
That sandwich did me a lot of good.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to use my bonus action to expend a second level spell slot to get back. I think it's 2 sorcery points. I always forget. Yeah, it's 2 sorcery points. And that will be my turn.
Alrighty, Rue. Then it is Sigurd.
I am still locked in combat with this frickin' knight. I don't... Lance, are you here?
I'm here.
I'm just curious, what is the benefit of... I mean, I guess doing it before combat starts would be useful. What is the point of Sacred Weapon?
Sacred Weapon,
because it takes a whole action to, so it makes...
Yeah, no, it's not great. I think they fixed it in the new version.
Is this a true strike situation?
Kind of.
It's like, it allows you to add your charisma to your damage rolls, which is super duper good, but you have to basically, it takes a full action to use it, which is dumb.
That is dumb.
Basically you enhance your weapon and then it's just like, okay, I have
now
an
what?
enhanced weapon. I can't even make an attack with it at that point. So I'm just gonna go back to bonking.
Even like features that give you a bonus action attack won't work on it. Like you can't do polearm a master, smack him with the butt of your spear or something because it requires you to attack first.
Oh,
there it is!
Okay.
Smite!
Well,
yes, you're 26 hits.
I'm glad that I'm glad that I saved my last smite slot for this. I knew it was a good idea to not cast Compelled Duel. Anyway. Yeah, so...
Roll the dice.
That is, 31 points of damage as this frying pan starts to light up, and Sigurd's thought of what his father said, and he's like... Smash!
Are we doing the huge criticals or the basic criticals, D?
We'll just stick with what the system's doing.
It was such a pain to fix everything.
Sorry, I did not. I was answering the question there, and my internet must have went off again. Okay, so yeah, we're just going to use the normal, we're going to use the one that the system's using, just because it's messing up. So we'll just use that for now. So 38 points of damage.
Or 30. Whoa, 30. 31.
31 points of damage.
Unless he's a fiend, in which case that would double the radiant, but I don't think so.
He is not.
Yeah.
Okie doke. So 31 points of damage. Yeah, you mess him up royally. He is still standing, but bloodied and very, very wounded. He takes the frying pan to the face, to the helmet, knocking the helmet right off of him, revealing his face as someone who has a lot of battle scars.
One more for the collection, I guess.
Well, it's
this
going to be
is
his
less
last
about-
one, I imagine.
This is less of a battle scar, more of like a Looney Tunes big massive cartoon red lump coming out of his head.
How many lumps do you want? Oh, 3 or 4.
All right, Corda, your turn.
Right, okay, I'm gonna pick up this guy and throw him into Moonbeam.
Ooh, all right. Let's make that roll.
Yep, athletics.
Athletics.
That is 17.
If that doesn't hit, you still got bless. Oh wait, no, that's an ability score. Never mind.
That does work. So you throw him into the moonbeam, colliding with this guy, and one of them goes prone. It's just going to be the same guy, goes prone again. He's just stood up.
He's not having a good time.
Yeah.
He hates my ass. He's sick of me.
All
Listen,
right.
if you choose to fight the giant doggo, then what did you expect to happen?
If you fight the dog, expect to get turned into a chew toy.
Pretty much. Exactly.
What is doing? She's grabbing him with her mouth and whipping him around.
Absolutely. I will be right back.
All right. So, you have thrown them into the moonbeam. That means he has entered moonbeam on his turn. No, wait. Entered moonbeam.
So I believe it is that
for the first time
enters
on
the
a turn.
damage now, and then at the start of his turn he takes it again.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. So
No roasting.
that is 4 damage on him. Cool. Alrighty, Rue.
I would have laughed if he died from that.
I mean, he's very close at this point.
And yeah, that's my turn.
He might at the start of his turn.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So as the floor and the sigils continue to crack and become more and more worthless, essentially. The meaning of each of these symbols disappearing with little cracks of light. the dwarf on the floor continues to undulate, his body stretching and distorting, as you can see now, especially Anna, from this perspective, that these undulations, these massive boil-shaped things that are pushing out of his body and going back in from like just everywhere on his body, as he begins to swell in size. And you see that they are not formless, shapeless lumps, but faces.
Guys, we may have a bit of a problem!
Fuck.
Don't like that.
As
You look just like me, for real, for real.
I think he.
Cursed.
Right. So he, as he expands and his body continues to undulate and get larger and larger, you see like all of his hair beginning to fall out. You see the braces on his armor begin to pop and snap as it begins to fall away from his body as he grows larger still. It's at this point he leans forward in a pained position as he doubles over, essentially. And he begins to vomit profusely a cloud of black smoke.
Uh-oh.
Brand.
That means something bad. What does that mean again? Fuck.
Possession!
Or possessed. Sorry, possessed.
Oh no, not possession. Summoning. That's not good.
Oh!
That's even worse.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's even worse.
He's got a couple of demons in his belly.
Get away from me, bitch! I'm gonna try to impale him with a fucking dagger after he runs.
Yeah, go for it.
Yay, attack of opportunity.
That's a hit.
14?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's much better. Yeah, he tries to turn and it's like, oh, you wee bastard, and just cuts into him. Obviously, though, it doesn't do much because it's a tiny little dagger and he's got a lot of body fat.
I will say, it's piercing damage. As you pierce his body, as he's retreating away from you, some black smoke oozes out of the hole that you created.
Oh, pierce him. Got it. God, I'm getting flashbacks to Killing Floor.
Oh no.
Alright. Then now I need to start there and do a. Alright. So that is his turn. Now it is these guys. So 4 damage on all 3 of them. Immediately kills these 2. And leaves this guy wounded but not bloodied. So at this point, because it is his turn,
Which is helpful.
he turns to face the stairs. Going to roll. Cowardly, he begins to look like he's about to run for the exit, and the knight in the staircase. Sigurd sees the knight like turn his eyes to look at the guy who was considering fleeing, and that alone was enough to essentially scare this guy into staying. I will move him out though.
Is that the end of their turn in the moonbeam?
No. They started the turn in there, and then now one left. Attacking Corda, that misses, and then the one on the staircase is going to attack Sigurd again, and got a nat 20. That is,
God damn it,
hilarious.
Uh-oh.
So.
Do I wait? Hold on. No. Protection does not work on myself, so. Oh well. I can take it.
Alright, that is 22 points of damage.
I can take it.
Are you still up?
Of course I'm still up. I'm fucking Sigurd.
By how much?
15.
Damn, you have a lot of health, big boy.
I'm fat.
All that blubber.
I kid you not. In the description for Thanoi, it's like they are very fat.
Amen to that, brother.
Which is like, yeah. I picked this on purpose.
Did you take the tough feat?
No.
Okay.
Thano's just built different.
Thanoi's are just built different, though.
Big con.
Let me chin. Constitution is in fact 16. Why? I honestly don't know.
Alright, it is Casson's turn here.
Okay. I can't remove that original moonbeam, but I've scooched it over here with my action.
Oh,
aiming
sorry.
to hit both this little devil and the big fella.
Awesome, no worries. I will remove the other one.
And I don't have a lot of bonus action options. That took my action. So.
Did you already use your wild shape?
I burnt up both of them.
Oh, okay.
In my little mini adventure, I turned into a gecko and then turned into a cat.
Oh, okay.
We have not
Son
had
is going
a
to
rest.
hide over here.
Very well hidden.
I actually can't
My
even
hidey
see you
hole.
from that angle.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't think Kassan can probably
And I'll
can't
go
see
ahead and
anything.
roll the damage for the moonbeam, or when the enemies start their turn, but they'll take their damage at the start of their turn.
Sure thing. Alrighty, right. Cool.
Yeah.
Better than last
Oh,
time.
come on, that was so close to a 10.
Oh, this is frustrating. I don't know what to do here. Corda, you're gonna have to teach me some hand-to-hand combat skills, because this is not fun.
Punch good.
Perhaps a shillelagh.
Or magic missile.
Shillelagh.
With many magics, it wouldn't be too difficult.
I love Shillelagh.
Okay, I'm
Just
trying to
'cause
figure out what to
funny
do
these
here.
Why did I do that? It's fair.
Oh god, is this worth it?
Hmm.
Fuck it. we're gonna take a couple steps back and open myself up to opportunity.
Interesting. Okay. Let's make that attack first, then. That is a miss. You may continue.
Okay. Alright, that's good, because I really need my action to do this. So we're gonna go ahead and do my once per short rest casting of Guiding Bolt. And we're gonna go ahead and twin spell this sumbitch.
Nice.
So I'm going to hit the big guy right here and this guy right in front of me.
Okay.
So both of those have a +5. Okay. We'll say that one goes to the little guy.
Alright.
This one's going to the big guy. So 10 to the body snatcher, 22 to the big gun.
Both hit.
Okay. So that is, what is that, 46? Yes. 46 radiant. Both of them are going to take, that's a lot of damage, 19 radiant damage.
That is a lot of damage. Holy moly. Okay. Alright.
See, this is what I'm saying, like, I gotta stay away from combat. D set me up for failure, putting me in this tiny-ass box!
Hey, you gotta get your comfort zone sometimes, you know?
When I rushed out to heal you guys.
So, you successfully killed that one. It puffs into a puff of smoke. What kind of damage is that?
Radiant.
Radiant, perfect. Okay. So that is double damage then.
Oh, damn. I forgot about that. No. So that's, what, 38 on the big boy?
38 on the big boy.
Wow.
38 on the big boy.
And the next attack roll against him has advantage.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, sure thing. Oh, damn you, drum.
Yay, I'm doing it!
You guys ever see that meme where it's like, someone goes, "You can't win D&D," and then the other person goes, "Sure you can. Whoever's the first one to make the DM like loses mind
Fuck
wins."
you.
All right.
And now that I've moved away to get that, we're gonna go ahead and move back up to here. That way I can see this guy. And we are going to go ahead and hit up a quicken spell casting of a 2nd level magic missile.
Alright.
4 little darts, each of them doing 4 damage. We're gonna go ahead and do 2 to this guy and 2 to this guy.
Alrighty, Rui, so that is
8 force damage to each of them.
Okay, so you kill that one. And this guy, yeah, you also kill the knight who, yeah, you just, like, Sigurd, getting ready to raise his frying pan again, sees, the hallway, the staircase light up as a magic missile, like, pierces the guy in the head, and he is down.
Okay.
Oh, I did not mean to do that.
I was about to say, wait, does this guy have like an extendo arm, like Mr. Fantastic? Alright, and then with my last 5 feet of movement, I'm just gonna move up here, that way I'm kind of closer to my allies. And just kind of rushing around saying, Sigurd, we need you down here now, man! And that will be my turn.
Sigurd's just like, right.
I'm down here. I can patch you up.
Okay.
I can catch myself.
So, that was 5 damage from the moonbeam, but is that radiant?
Yep, it is.
Okay, so that was 10 damage, and you instantly kill the small one as it starts its turn and begins to run out. It bursts into... do you know what? I want to describe when they die, like when the radiant damage is what kills them. Instead of smoke, it like becomes almost just like a tar that just like splashes, and it just like coats the ground, and is unable to like. Then it's unable to like float into other people's mouths and possess other people.
It stops the ugly ass tar with their foot.
We need to get Corda a radiant anchor so we can be the radiant squad.
I agree. You're the only one that doesn't have radiant. That like we're the Ghostbusters and you're just Igor.
I'm an atheist.
That's great. That is wild to say when you genuinely know there are gods in the world.
Yeah, like looking at like a god straight in the eye and going, "I don't believe in you."
I always interpreted like the equivalent of an atheist in a D&D world is probably somebody who just thinks that people that worship gods are weird.
Fucking flat earthers.
Yeah, like a climate change denier or something.
Yeah,
not even like a denial. Like they know the gods exist and that they know that they are a force within the world. They just think that like feverish worship of these gods is weird.
Fair enough.
That's my interpretation of an atheist in the D&D.
I imagine we can somehow get a holy anchor or something.
Oh, definitely, 100%.
Probably.
This is why
Anyway.
moonbeam from the moon is should do cheese damage instead of the moon.
Is it who's
I
turn?
think between
It's
It's your turn.
It is my turn. Sorry, I'm sorry for holding up. Sigurd. So, actually, let me come down here so I can actually see.
Oh.
I don't see where the other cultist is. That is alarming.
We killed him.
Oh, he's still on turn initiative, so I was confused.
Oh, yeah.
That's on me.
You're good.
How much movement do I have? I got 30. So, assuming...
I'll be right back.
Sigurd is gonna do something weird that Sigurd has not done before. He's actually going to use lay on hands to heal himself up. And then he's also going to run towards this guy. I'm assuming here.
Sure.
And then he's just gonna look at the guy menacingly with a frying pan. As he can't do anything else. Unless, nope, that's an action. But he's just gonna look at him menacingly, and he's gonna be like, "Come on, then, you big oaf!" Trying essentially, I don't know if you want me to enroll intimidation, but I'm trying to make sure that he's focused on me and only me and not moving.
Sure.
So
what I will say is when you come over and say that and you're like looking at him in the eyes, you can see that both of his eyes are darting around separately, individually, and you can...
Oh, that's gross.
You could see that these faces like pushing in and out of his body are like... they kind of like look in your direction as well. More, but their faces point in your direction momentarily.
I'm just like waving the fucking frying pan in front of his face, like, "Hey!"
Oh, it's like that guy from that Doctor Who episode that we're not allowed to talk about anymore. It was bad.
Is that a new
Must have been
episode?
a classic. No, it must have been a classic. I'm assuming.
No, it was the one with Dave Tennant that like is universally panned because it was about the monster that like absorbs people, and it had like really off-color jokes on it. And whatnot.
Oh yeah, that dog shit one. Yeah, I remember that.
Wait, the one
Yeah.
with like the big guy with all the faces in it.
It was Peter. It was Peter K.
Yeah,
It was Peter K.
yeah,
Anyway,
the bad one.
I cannot remember it, so it mustn't have been very good anyway.
It was very bad.
Alrighty, right. Corda. Skip
Right,
forward.
okay.
Okay.
This big guy seems to be the only one left. So Corda, you know, when Enna like sprinted over, Corda took on a very protective stance with the anchor in hand, and now she's ready to do a fucking like just jump at this large ogre dude.
Say, I don't know if you want to walk into the moonbeam. You can attack
I don't know
from
if
10
I can
feet.
protect you from it.
She-
I don't
she
think I
can-
can.
I'm about to say, you can chain from a 10-foot.
Nah, Corda's stupid. She'll tank it.
Stupid
Yeah,
squad.
I can't shield you from it. You're gonna take 5 radiant
I
or
really
half
get-
on a success.
Not right now.
She charges forward with the anchor, ready to attack. As she enters the moonbeam, she feels the burning of the sun, like of the radiant moon coming down here. She's like, "Fuck, that stings!" And is gonna make the attack now. That's a 16.
That is a hit.
Right, and the damage 2d6 plus. Yeah, okay. 2d6 plus 5. There you go. That is 9 bludgeoning damage.
9 bludgeoning. Alright. So,
And you say it's if I. Oh, wait, sorry, I can do.
I was just going to say, how do you want to do this?
Oh, damn.
Yay! Is he done? So basically, this is a. I picture it as like a jump attack, where she's jumping up, hammer overheads, cracking directly on the skull. Basically, like kind of squished him down. Like picture him like getting squished down like a big muffin top.
Oh! I've got something to add there, because I often, you and Kassan end up using, like, a moonbeam and a final attack. This time, as you're jumping through the air, have you given yourself that damage yet?
I haven't given it myself yet. No.
Don't. Then.
You'll have to make a con save first.
Well, don't worry about doing it at all, because as you jump into the air over top, you feel a singe of the pain, but it doesn't do any damage as your anchor lights up with radiant damage as you slam it down into the monster, basically arcing the moonbeam along with your anchor down into the creature, and it explodes.
How radiant is our team when we have Radiant Doggo now? Okay.
So
The radiant doggo.
Radiant Doggo. So it pops, it explodes, and because of the radiant damage, it explodes into tar that, frankly, just completely coats yourself and Sigurd. And
I washed off in the moonbeam.
I mean, no. You could cook it in the moonbeam.
Don't cook it.
Sigurd,
We are not eating that.
Sigurd is literally just like he kind of darts his eyes around, like not using his like special eye thing, but he like darts his eyes around. He's like, He's like he knows that he's just kind of messing with them, but he's considering it.
Like,
Now that this dude's dead, actually, Anna's motherly instincts are gonna kick in, and she's gonna rush over to the two covered in tar, and you see her, like, grab the bottom of her apron, pull out her water skin, and start, like, trying to clean you two off every now and then using prestidigitation.
Corda goes to say something, and as she opens her mouth to speak, some of the tar like comes out of their mouth, like blah.
And it takes the other clean side of her apron and, like, asks for Corda to pull out her tongue and wipes it clean.
Sigurd just kind of turns around and is just like, thanks, Enna.
What about that?
We really should, see what is going on above us.
What? And I thought hospitality was dirty work. You all could have warned me the adventure in life gets a bit messy.
How did you not figure that out with all the blood we've had all adventures? You remember
trust
that
me.
town you had to press the digitation like Corda like 15 times?
Trust me, blood comes out a lot easier than tar.
Yeah.
I've had to be a part of quite a few bloody scuffles back at the White Veil.
Fair enough.
What if this big fucking boy? What the hell happened there? Do you think there's more of him about this fucking shit heap?
Do you want
probably.
What I
to
could hear.
roll me... one of you roll me Arcana, one of you roll me Religion.
Corda's gonna ask Kasson to roll the Arcana. She's gonna say to Kasson, you know a lot about this kind of devil shite. You make anything of these runes on the floor? And that's
I
basically
reckon Sigurd wants to try and roll religion just to tempt fate, but at the same time, Anna, what do you have for religion? Because I got a -1.
I've got a +0, so I guess I'll roll it.
I got a third 20.
I have a +1.
Yeah. We
No.
both rolled well.
I have a -1. Never mind, I'm stupid.
Oh,
Starlight apparition over there watching over you.
So, Kassan, you recognize symbols on the ground as they are, in general, just the symbolic components of writing down a spell. Individually, they mean very little, but as you read over and understand more and more of the spell, you realize that this wasn't necessarily a protection from demons as it was claimed to be, but rather a pause on possession. It literally stops the clock as soon as a person is possessed and stops them from being taken over. But they will still have a demon inside them. It just can't fully take over.
Daemono-ecstatic as opposed to daemonocidal.
And everybody knows what that means. Because it's everybody's super smart.
Let me make a. Hold on a second.
Corda knows what that means. Yeah.
Well, hold that thought. Wait a second.
Sigurd
Holy
knows what
shit.
that means.
All of us know what it means.
Yeah.
What
that's
do we
good.
get with the 17th religion, though?
So for your
Can you say that again? Because I totally forgot what you
I
said.
said daemonostatic as opposed to daemonocidal, which is a reference to different types of antibiotics. Bacteriostatic ones cause bacteria and let them reproduce, while bactericidal ones kill bacteria.
that's cool.
It helps having.
Look at you
Pyro
bringing your
on-
real life career here.
All right. So, Anna, for your
That's awesome.
religion check, at a 17, you realize and would be boosted with the knowledge that Kasson relays as well, that the dwarf, with all of those symbols on his back, had been possessed, and then the possession stopped, and then another tried to possess him, and is stopped, and another and another and another over the 3-month period that this place has been on pause.
Oh no.
He was possessed over and over and over and over and over and over again. And none of them could take control, and they just kept piling in until the seal on the floor was broken and all of them tried to take control at once.
Dear God. That's why he had so many symbols on him. The demonic possessions, they could never fully take hold, so it was almost like he was still a worthy vessel. So he just kept getting possessed over and over again.
I mean, he was pretty strong.
God, that's a horrible feeling, though. Can't you just imagine that?
I don't want to imagine that.
Yeah, we put him out of his misery.
That we did.
Speaking of which, regarding possession, I found this back where I first encountered some defectors of the vial. Son pulls out this note. Can everyone read it?
Yeah.
Mission orders. Rumours abound that the hag spawn lives somewhere south of Wormcrest. Sightings say the hag spawn calls itself Kasson. This Kasson is rank and vile property and may be the key. Other team has been sent to retrieve the celestial cage. Find the one called Kasson and bring him to the Gambit with haste. We need him alive, but he needn't be whole. Elite Bishop
Wow.
Lysara.
In this area, I found what was effectively a daemon trap with a daemon's name inscribed in it. Somehow, deep inside, I recognize the demon as the one that currently possesses me.
No, that
It
did
is-
possess you.
Oh, it's not there anymore?
No, none of you are
I-
possessed anymore.
That was during our
Okay.
little prologue section.
Yeah.
Got it.
I
So,
will say I don't
seems
know.
our
if,
demons still survive. I was able to contact him with the mark.
You said hello to him?
But I contacted him with the mark once I learned of his name. Demons that once possessed us still survive, presumably back in the abyss. But you should be wary of this. Should our markings be destroyed, I'm sure they would not hesitate to reclaim what they believe to be theirs. Additionally, this celestial cage. We have 2 other Masters of Radiance here. No offense, Corda, that was quite impressive. But you've yet to learn to create radiance in and of yourself. I wonder if perhaps one of you 2, specifically if Enna, could be this cage that they are seeking for.
Wait, you're saying the cage is a person?
It could be. I do not know for certain, but you know, this Starlight apparition, perhaps it's a person who could be used as a vessel for the apparition to trap it. Perhaps it's a person with enough innate celestial energy that they could counterbalance the strain of a more powerful daemon. Or perhaps it's just a cage made out of fancy celestial gold. And it just has a little tiny celestial woodpecker in it. Who can say? I simply wish to bring up that while we have been cautious about letting me be abducted by the Vile, we should keep an eye on each other as well. I may not be the only target here, but that's just a theory.
It took every ounce of strength to not finish that sentence.
No
Oh,
one,
no.
no one heard it. No one heard me inhale, right? That didn't go through. I hope that didn't go through.
Demon theory!
There it is.
Thanks for
Okay.
watching.
Cult theory!
Yeah, that's better.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
It's just a theory. A
well-
conspiracy theory.
Yeah, I was about to mention it when Kassan brought his name up. Sigurd kind of looks at Enna and he goes, Kassan, do you know a lot of demon names by any chance?
Not particularly. Bone Gums, would you be helpful with this, please?
All right.
And so, as Bone Gums, I don't know, I probably can't hear her without divine sense. But so I just mentioned, apparently, Rag Moses and Azokin, are our possessors. We're not so sure about Corda.
Interesting.
Have you encountered these ones before?
No.
Although, nobody else can hear her talking, so Sigurd, you might actually think he's talking to you.
I was about to say, because I know he's talked to Boney Bone Guns before, so I feel like I could attempt to use Divine Sense again.
I don't think Enna knows.
Can I try and Divine Sense to talk to Boney Bone Gums directly?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you'll be able to hear.
Okay, so I'm talking specifically. I'm just like, what do you know about these demons, please, great Bunny Bone Gums? Sigurd doesn't know. Sigurd does not know how strong this person is. It just knows that it's so he's like, I'm gonna give it the nicest treatment possible.
So you won't be able to see it, but you can hear it a
I
little
can
bit.
hear it, which is the main focus.
For all they know, Bonnie Bone Gums could be a fucking warlock patron.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
So, you hear Bonnie Bone Gums whisper into Kassan's ear.
I like this one. Proper respectful.
She says,
I never met them. Two high mighty pompous types, you know. But I've heard of them. Seen their handiwork, as it were. Lazran, Rag Moses, Azukin, the traitor.
Why the traitor? What did Azorkin do?
Wait, my demon's a traitor?
I didn't want to tell you last time, but that is what they said.
The traitor. The traitorous one.
traitorous one.
Also, do you hear Bonnie Bone Gums, Anna? I'm curious.
No.
No, I'm sorry. I don't even know. I think I know a Bonnie in this group.
I wouldn't worry too much about it, but yes, the kobolds we were fighting at the time did mentioned that yours was a trader of some sort. I never had the details.
I just kind of share a look with Corda, knowing apparently she doesn't know her demon, and also to see if she knows who the hell Bonnie Bonegums is.
He's sort of lost in thought at the moment, Corda.
I'm trying to exchange a look, and she's just looking up at the ceiling.
She's just looking up at the ceiling like, well, I wonder where the rattlesnake is right now.
No, she knows where it is. It's kind of strewn about in in pieces, you know.
Alright, so she says,
Azukin, the traitorous one. Well, it's more of a benefit sometimes. Traitorous can be a good quality every now and then. When you do it for the right people, of course. But then how do you trust him? Azukin was supposed to,
Azukin... I just realised there's information that she doesn't have, so I have to avoid that. So she says,
Azukin did not like to follow the same rules, as loose as they were. Almost going out of his way to spite himself, just to be traitorous. Rag Moses, the gluttonous one.
That explains a little bit.
I mean, yeah.
Well, he's a big fella. That's I'm sure you get the gist of it. And Zazdran, the greedy, or the avaricious one. These are their names, and their purpose. Each of them. Rather high ranking. You should be honoured, if not scared.
Is there a fourth of their ilk?
Oh, of those there are many. But
Unfortunate.
I would not know of which the dog was taken. But she does have a
Unfortunate.
very particular smell about her, of the deepest depths.
And Celestial Cage. Does this mean anything to you, Bone Dogs?
I ain't got the foggiest.
That's it. There's no shot.
Sigurd, hearing all this information, and I'm assuming at this point Sigurd's been bowing, Sigurd just kind of looks up and is like, "Thank you, Bonnie Bonegums. We will do our best with the information you have granted us." And then he's just going to
Tell him to bow.
No.
Yes. Because I can still hear Bonnie Bongo, so I just bow real quick, and then I just kind of stop engaging. And
Good
I just
boy.
Walk. I walk.
You want a tree?
You're playing on my IRL personality too much right now. I run past. Jesus. I walk past everyone. I kind of look towards the exits, just making sure that no one else is coming down. And I look back toward the party. I'm like,
I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm quite hungry. Should we get out of here and possibly head to camp and relax for a bit? Cause this has been one trite mess.
Well,
Of course, a gluttonous one.
well, I'm.
And Katana's going to give you a little ribbon.
A
I'm
ribbon?
gonna take the ribbon and I'm gonna tie it around my wrist.
No, ribbing, a phrase as in, like, you know, gently nudging your chest with into the ribs with the elbow as a sign of jest.
Kind of like, this fucking guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
gluttonous one.
I wouldn't get our hopes up. We don't know how many of the other townsfolk were taken.
Well, I'm sure if we go back to camp and rest a bit, we can come back renewed and figure it out afterwards.
Sigurd, we might
and
have to fight our way to camp.
And as you say that, Sigurd turns around with the cleaver he specifically picked up from the town in his frying pan, and he goes, "You let me worry about that one." And Sigurd's just gonna run up the stairs.
He's a stubborn bastard, isn't he?
Well, that was your job to take care of things.
I never said I'd stop him. And then Corda follows.
Oh, God.
I hope I did not scare you with that talk of the cage, Enna. I simply wish for you to be aware of potential complications.
Oh, no, I completely understand it. It's, kind of like in food service, needing to know, what one hand... Oi! Oi, stop him!
Holy shit, there's a dude. I have
Did
a
he just
dagger.
disappear? Or did
No,
he climb out the window?
He's in the fucking corner of the church right now.
Okay, I was gonna say, because I've already... I didn't... So, he didn't show up in my vision when I came out.
Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna roll.
But I'm watching, like, the second I hear you yell that, Sigurd is just gonna watch all the exits. I'm gonna ready an action to throw Cleaver at anyone I see that is not, my party member.
You should have said anybody that comes out. Then that would have been funny. Oh well.
I just imagine a random civilian, like, walks out the door, like, "Hey, I'm and Cleaver to the head. It's like, if it's not in my party, it's not my problem.
Sorry, fog of war!
Fucking lead. Anyway.
Yeah, there's a dude right here.
Oh. I don't know. I've been teleported outside the map.
Right. I'm gonna throw a dagger, with the intent of it like lodging itself in the wall close to this guy.
Ooh, okay. All right. Yeah, let's make an attack roll. Because... Right. Because... if you...
You're thinking about fucking.
You might
the
still
gun,
hit him,
the guy,
yeah.
You're thinking about the fucking gun again, aren't you?
Yeah.
Which gun?
Let's
When
see.
we played The Lost Pet.
That's a
Oh,
my god, it almost happened again!
All right.
It did almost
You
happen
get you
again.
you got great accuracy, and it hits the wall like right next to his head.
It's
As
a very satisfying twang.
as he ducks down into the fetal position with his back against the up against the corner.
Is everyone alright in there?
There's one more cultist!
Well, I'm watching the exits, so no one's getting out. Also, I imagine because Anna cannot see him, Sigurd's eyes are like poking out, like doing the thing.
They're
where
boggling
observing
again.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's a bit knobbly in the knees.
Stay back! Stay back!
Give me a reason to stay back then.
I don't believe I will.
And
Kassan is gonna walk
shaking.
right up to this guy.
He's like holding his sword out with both hands towards Kassan, just at a point, not like swinging, but like to try and like prevent you from walking any closer.
Can I cast Mage Hand to just push the point out of the way?
Up to his chest at the heart line. We both know that you're not allowed to kill me. So drop the axe.
He drops the sword.
Good man.
I'll go ahead and cast Mage Hand to kind of grab the sword and take it away from him then, that way he can't grab it.
Cool. Okay. Alright, you now have a captive rank and file member in your grasp.
You want to show him the head of the other one?
I think he gets the point.
It is a good point, though, Kassan says, as he pulls out the severed head of the bishop he had slain before and casts Disguise Self, turning back into the rank and file king. He then casts Speak with Dead, using his armor. Tell me, my bishop, what is the Celestial Cage?
The head, like the eyes, kind of roll forward from like all white down and look at you, kind of shifting, very dizzy motion. The jaw kind of goes from hanging loosely to like kind of clicking left to right, and like almost like he's like just exercising his jaw for a moment before he responds.
My liege, the Celestial Gate. It is a prison for the Starlight Apparition.
Is it a living organism, or is it a physical location?
It is a lineage.
Is the apparition currently contained to your knowledge?
Not yet. But a cage is in process.
He
Good
said,
man. I will speak with you anon. Oh,
one,
sorry. If he's going to say some more, go ahead.
yeah, just one last thing, which is oh no, trying to find it. Oh, I know where it is. I know where it is. Should be in here. Yes!
I know what I'm doing. I'm a good DM.
He's a great DM, what?
Yeah, that was not me mocking you, D. Please don't smite Anna.
You are mocking me. Right, I'm sad now. Right, okay. He says,
A cage is in the making, my liege.
he says,
Victor Brightwood.
What?
Interesting.
We saw.
Done well.
oh wait, no, he can't respond actually. Never mind. Well, he can respond, but he's not gonna talk without a question. So
Yeah, that's his third question for the day. I believe that's all I'm allowed is 3 questions per day.
No,
five.
Double check.
It's
That was
five.
five.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is it
okay.
5?
Speak
Yeah.
with Dead's usually 5.
Damn!
I always remember
Um,
Speak with Dead because of the fucking D&D movie.
Yeah.
The best scene in that
Alrighty.
movie.
So you have 2 more.
Hassan kind of mutters to you guys, like, kind of like looking around, like, nudging his head up, like, come on, give me some more to ask. Spell ain't gonna last forever.
Anna, you've just heard your father's name. Have you got any questions?
Where is he and Yakisha Brightwood?
Where is this Brightwood and his bride?
We keep them underneath the gambit, as you requested, sir.
Excellent job at that. Would the heir, the blood heir of Brightwood, be a suitable replacement?
He says, I'm sorry, my liege, but we tried. She weren't there. We had to settle for Victor.
Understood. Rest again, my bishop. I will call upon you anon. The spell ends.
Jaw goes slack and just hangs loosely again.
Puts the skull away. Alrighty. So, well, at least we know where Enna's parents are now.
That guy's pissed himself, by the way.
Where did he say? Your mic kind of cut out there for a second.
Underneath the Devil's Gambit.
Yeah, Victor is there.
They both are. I asked where Victor and his bride are, and they said both were there.
Awesome.
Anna's gonna walk over to the wall where Corda threw her dagger, yank it out. She's gonna get down to this guy's level and immediately put it right to the tip of his chin.
I'm only following orders.
Alright.
Enna?
Well, you've got some new orders to follow. You didn't see us here. The rest of your party simply got taken away. If they're expecting us, I swear to God, you're gonna be doing a lot more than pissing yourself when we next see you.
Should we desecrate the bodies to prevent similar magics being used on them? Or resurrections?
Or we could just take away all of his credibility by giving him different clothes and sending him away from Devil's Gambit.
We could always just kill him.
Please, no. Please. I'll leave. I'll leave.
At this point, Sigurd, kind of puts his head up to the window, seeing that Enna's got a dagger, and he just goes, I've done things, Enna, that I very much regret. I won't hold you one way or another, whatever you decide to do. I'm just saying, take a second to think, and then do what you think is best for you. And Sigurd's just gonna turn a blind eye and go outside, and he's looking around to see if anyone else is coming.
As you are handling this guy, Kassan is also going to give you time. I'll go destroy the bodies. Have fun.
Anna, roll me athletics or acrobatics, please.
Acrobatics, you got it? We're gonna go ahead and use the Mark of the Taken for that.
I swear to God, if I hear an explosion.
That did not do much better. Okay. Well, fuck me, I guess.
Yeah. That was what happened when I used the Mark of the Taken too. Feel it? I get it.
It is cursed.
It is cursed.
In a swift movement, with Anna down at his level, pointing a dagger at his chin, he takes the dagger, wraps around behind Anna, and holds it to her neck, and says, "I'm getting out of here.
Do I hear?
And nobody's
any
going to
screams?
stop me."
I attempt to like headbutt him with the back of my head.
Wait. So when he moved, did I hear you? Like, did you scream at all?
Oh, it was probably quick enough where I didn't even have time to react. But now that he's
Okay.
holding me there, I'm gonna try to headbutt him.
Okay. You can
Nice.
roll me unarmed.
That's strength, right?
Yeah.
Oh boy, my strongest trait. What was that one good? Fuck.
Damn.
That's a hit.
So yeah, I just knock my head into him to free myself, and then
Unfortunately, you don't free yourself.
damn it.
But you do like break his nose as he then like uses his he then like tightens his grip and like holds the dagger closer to your chest. He then continues to back away
Can I?
this direction with his
Okay.
back
Just following.
his back this way, holding Anna.
Does Kassan hear the motion? He
Kassan
went downstairs.
depends on how loud anybody is, but yes, Wisp.
As I see him coming through the window,
Mhm.
I want to use every fiber of my being to break through the window and grab him with my tusks around his neck.
Oh,
I have had it. No one. Like, the second I see him holding Anna, I'm done. I'm out the window.
I have the perfect gift.
Is that just a strength check?
yeah. Well, you have tusks as a weapon.
Okay. I can use my tusks. Where's the button for tusks? Bedpost. I think it's in features actually.
It's also in your favorites at the side.
There it is.
That is a hit.
Okay. I am going directly for the neck. Like, I would say jugular, but unfortunately his jugular is on the other side. It's 6 damage as I imagine this giant walrus just comes through the fucking window and chomps down on this man's neck.
Just
and
full on
I'm gonna
walrus
try-
noises as well.
I'm also when I hit with the tusks, I don't know if you'll allow this, but I'm essentially not letting go until I feel his until I feel him let him either die or let go of Enna, whichever is first.
All right. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna make a roll then. Contested. Okay. Basically, you've pulled him like against the window, and he is like forced to let go of Anna to like grip up at these tusks that have pierced him, and that is, well, he is barely alive at the moment, and yeah, but he's still there, still alive.
I'll let you two do whatever you want, but there is one thing
Awesome.
I have a thought of doing. If you two don't have anything to do, I'll let you go first though.
I essentially want to pull him out the window and beat him to a fucking pulp. like slowly fucking torture him as I break every fucking bone in his body.
Corda, what do you want to do to this piece of shit?
Well, I can tell you what I was going to do. That would probably not be applicable now.
Go ahead.
So my plan was, this guy was obviously holding Enna very tightly. My plan was to punch Enna and then have her head recoil into him.
Okay, so I'm glad that didn't occur.
It would have been funny as hell, though.
It would have been funny as hell.
So, before you pull him out the window, like, I'm assuming Corda's ready to go at this guy, though.
I mean, I'm just holding him there with my tusks, like, wrapped around his neck, or stabbed into the back of his neck, so...
But, like, does he still have the dagger in his hand, or did he drop it?
I'll say he's dropped it.
I'm gonna pick up my dagger.
You pick up yours, I'm gonna pull out one of my own, walk up to him, and
Sigurd's
just
gonna, like, try and say, go for the kneecaps!
Hassan is in the basement, just using Firebolt to destroy the bodies, just whistling to himself, utterly oblivious.
You know how
Mr. Spot.
You ever seen those like knuckle? You ever seen the knuckle duster daggers?
Yeah.
Oh, the ones where it's like brass knuckles with a dagger on it?
Yeah, this is not one of those daggers, but I'm gonna pretend like it is, and I'm just gonna punch him with the dagger in the face.
Cool. All right.
And it's gonna pull out. Sorry, you go ahead.
No. You go ahead.
Oh, yeah. As Corda picks up hers, Enna's gonna pull out one of her own, probably one that she would have used while she was hunting with Yakisha, her mom.
Sure.
She's just gonna look this dude dead in the eyes through his mask, hold up her other hand, and she's just gonna go ahead and slice into the palm.
Interesting.
But I have temporary hit points, so it really doesn't do anything to me.
Sure.
So, if you want to, it'll even be max damage for 5 if it's a +1. That's the least we would 2.
Wait, you're slicing your hand?
Yeah, I'm doing my hand. Hold on, just let me cook.
I'm letting him cook. I'm curious.
And as I do that, I would like to subtle spell cast Prestidigitation.
Interesting.
So that it appears as I cut my hand, you just see these tiny little sparkles of starlight. As the cut really doesn't seem to do anything because of that temp HP. And I'm just going to look him dead in the eyes through the mask and say, "Do you really think you could have hurt me with that little toothpick?"
He's like gasping for air while holding onto these tusks as he shakes his head side to side, like desperately trying to let out another apology.
Don't you know you never miss with a Brightwood? Or for that matter, a barmaid who cares about her patrons. We're gonna go ahead and send a different message to the rest of your crew now. And I just usher for Corda to go ahead and smack him and for you guys to do what you please.
Oh.
It takes a lot for Enna to get riled up, and hearing her parents are being held hostage, essentially, that pushed her over the edge.
So the two of you just go to town on those guys. Dagger fist and tusks. There's not much left of him by the time you're done.
I will say, before he dies, I want to make sure he feels it. So as I'm assuming I pull him out, I'm gonna pull him out and cause he fucked with the one thing that at this point Sigurd's got left. So Sigurd, he pulls him out the window, and after he kind of pulls him onto the ground, he puts one of his tusks through the front of the guy's kneecap, and just slowly, he just makes his way up. I'm not gonna describe it anymore.
Okay.
And then he just slowly makes his way up before just breaking the guy's neck and putting him out of his misery. I wasn't gonna go into gruesome detail, but yeah.
Thank God.
I started.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, Sigurd was not pleased by that. Anyway.
Corda, how do you want to break this man?
Yeah,
Go
for it.
She's just doing a violence. I'm not one for, despite the fact that I'm playing a barb, I'm not one for describing like torture. You know.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Understandable.
I just imagine Corda is just punching the shit out of him.
Alright, so, with that, you see Kassan make his way back up with a thin coat of ash all over the bottom of his legs and boots. As you leave the church, the temple, you see some cultists.
Sorry, what did I miss?
As you leave
Us leaving the church.
Yeah, as you leave the temple, you pass by some cultists. Kassan will remember these two particular cultists were tasked with standing guard and watching out for Kassan showing up. They were not bloody pulps on the ground when he last saw them. As you walk further, you realize the town is completely abandoned. Oh, also, it is daytime now.
The curse has been lifted.
Sun peeks barely through the clouds overhead, and indeed there are now clouds overhead as the rather big kind of eye of the storm, as it was described last time, is gone, and just normal clouds overcast in the sky.
I don't know about everyone else. I need to get this disgusting filth out of my mouth. And Sigurd's just kind of point toward the tavern. We can, if the town's abandoned, we could probably rest in there. Unless we want to go back to camp, is also alright.
I mean, I don't know about you all, but I would much rather enjoy taking care of the few people who helped save my tail.
Aye. Tavern then?
Tavern it is. And Sigurd is gonna pull out an orange and just straight up stab into it with both of his tusks, essentially trying to get the blood and the taste of the blood. Yeah, he's trying to get all the blood off of his fucking mouth as he just bites into it like an apple. He's like, citrus.
Arugula. Oh my god, guys!
Wait a fucking second.
I love it when we all have that moment.
Oh, there they
That
go.
moment's great.
I forgot they were in here. Haven't used this in a while.
It has been a very long time, but it's always so cool, especially the animated fire in the background.
Yeah.
Such a nice touch. Sigurd's gonna start cooking up some stew
Alrighty,
with whatever he can scrounge around, and I'm sure I have plenty of ingredients.
Alrighty, Rue. Well, I think we'll leave it there. And then we can pick up next week. We're missing Drum next week, Anna?
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, that actually fits because essentially Enna's like taken aback from, almost being slit throat.
Yeah, once again, it's gonna be a time for Enna to pray, realizing how much more important she is to this whole plot. So she's just gonna be praying to the Starlight Apparition for answers, for protection, for safety for her parents.
Sigurd's gonna be probably saying at least one prayer at night, if not just for his own sake, for Enna's sake. Like he's like, well, Enna worships this thing, so it must be somewhat good.
Alrighty, Rue. And then we'll leave it there.
Nice.
Alright.
Son, do we have you next week?
I don't know if Plains is here. They've been AFK for a little bit.
Oh. Damn.
Thought we did.
Oh, I muted myself. Sorry.
Yeah.
I muted myself when I was down. Yeah.